Test. kick him? No, 17. I think he left the shots. Fine. Where'd you see him? Yeah.
If I shout down that, do you know about it?
Someone's going to lean back. What's happening?
I think that one's broken too.
I saw them swap all the broken ones.
Oh, that's fucked. I told you it's going to crack.
Saw them swap all the broken ones from the home dugout.
Hey, I like it. I like it. It's an away game to give us all the broken chairs. I like that stuff.
Mind games early.
I like the mind game.
You can't get any further.
Roy, we need some new chairs, Roy. Not broken. What's going on?
I've got weight limits. What can I say, son?
Get off the fucking get off.
I can take that. I can take that.
Yes.
Yeah, for Tommy Gavran, yeah. Sorry, Tom, was it Miller? What was his name? Neil.
It's a good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to round 3 of the NPL Men's Victoria clash between the hosts, the Albans Saints, and the visiting Dandenong City. Coming to you live from a warm Churchill Reserve on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. All thanks to NPL YouTube there. Make sure you continue supporting this great telecast. My name is Alex Sivkorowski, and joining me today is the voice of the West, Tonchi Prusak. Tonchi, welcome. This is going to be a cracker of a game.
Firstly, Alex, welcome to you as well, and it's great to be calling the game with you. We've spoken on the phone and what you're not, but now we get to do it in person. Yeah, but back to the game, it's going to be an absolute cracker. A lot at stake for both sides. It's the traditional derby, so there would be definitely no friends on the park. There'll be a white line fever. And prior to this game, actually, there's going to be a minute's silence for the father of the assistant coach of Dandenong City, Tommy Gavran. His father, Mio Gavran, passed away during the week, and just before the game kicks off.
Condolences there to the Gavran family. I'm sure Dandenong City will look to put a solid performance today. As Tonchi mentioned, it is the Croatian derby. There were no friends on the pitch. After the game, I'm sure we can share a lot of stories, but on the pitch, Tonchi, we expect fireworks. Both these teams know each other well. They've played each other in previous seasons. This is the first time they'll face each other. Obviously, last season, Dandenong City was in the old NPL 2/VPL 1 as it's been rescheduled, so this should be a really good game.
And prior to the game, there was a sponsors luncheon had earlier in the club rooms, and it's quite interesting. Both these clubs share the same major sponsor, Ivan Filipovic from I&D Group. And when he was asked who he's going to go for tonight, his response was, today it'll be staying very neutral. and that's what we're hoping is going to be a great game played in good spirits. But both these teams do need a win to stay in touch with the top six. And after last week's performances, when Dandenong City did very well and got their first win against Altona Magic, but St Albans, at this pitch, they really took the reigning champions all the way, losing to Avondale FC. So, Alex, I'm gearing up for a cracker of a game. I'm sure you are too.
Yes, we've got one team, St Albans Dynamo, who yet to buy a goal, whereas the other team in Dandenong City can't stop scoring. They scored 5 goals in the first 2 games, so if anything goes by, we could see a couple of goals today. We have Dynamo playing in their dark blue strip, and Dandenong City playing in their all-white strip here, which is a fantastic turnout here. We'll go through the lineups for Dynamo. We've got number 1, Yasmin Karanovic. Number 3, Christopher Tibb. Number 8 is Brian Summerskill. 9 is Scott Bakor. 11 is Joseph Monet. 12 is Ivan Razumic. 13 is Joseph Cholina. 20 is Joshua Diven. 22, Max Kin. 29, James Ricabene. And the captain, Michael Grigic, is number 16. And for Dandenong City, they've got John Hall in goals, Jacob Alexander's number 3, Jack Webster number 5, King Kenya 2, number 9, number 11 Brady Quinn, number 13 Vali Sesnik, 21 today Danny Kim, 18 is Thomas Giannakopoulos, number 20 is Michael Martinovic, 23 is Will Bauer, and number 25 is George Lambaridis. Nick Tolios, coach for Dandenong City, who's managed to secure top flight football for him, as we have will be Dynamo kicking us off. I'll be going to the left of screen, and there we have it. So it'll be a fast-paced start here from Dynamo. They know that Dandenong are an attacking side, and they expect plenty of forward attacks, and their backline has to be solid in defence. Michael Grigic is a captain. He leads these boys with heart, and he'll play a big role today, Tonji.
Him alongside centre-back Christopher Dibb as well, and it's an unchanged lineup for Dynamo. They go into this game with the same starting 11 as last week against Avondale, and Josh Diven was the lone goal scorer of that game. A lot will be asked of him up the front, up the other end. And as for Dandenong City, they've only got one change. Defender Michael Martinovic comes in for an injured Matt Hennessy, and all the action now switches from end to end, and it's in the Dynamo attacking a defensive half as Ricabene now has the ball. Played a great game last week. Was dubbed the player of the week by the Dynamo coaching and management staff. And it's a free kick right in front of our commentary position here that will go to Dandenong. Webster, the captain, knocks it to Martinovic, hugging the right wing, looking for options further afield, and it's Dibb there getting in the way. Cholina tussling for the ball, but it's back with Dandenong now. Sesnik has it on the edge of the box, looking for an opening, back to Martinovic. Martinovic looks for the far post, and it almost knocks the cameraman over there, but he seemed to be well aware of the dangers lurking around him.
It's probably what we expect from Dandenong City today, so might go the long route. It is a tighter ground here. Churchill Reserve not as big as what they're used to, so they might have to adjust their style of play a little bit. Karanovic to bring it out. Goes long, targeting Diven. There'll be a side ball here for Jacob Alexander to bring it in. Goes directly to his keeper in Hall. Webster offers support. Eventually will go to him. Out wide is Martinovic. He looks up, puts a looping ball over the top, but headed away by Dibb. Kenya 2 switches it, but Grigic is there. Unable to get it under control at the moment. As Summerskill now hoops it forward, but well wide, and chance for Dandy to bring it back in for throw in, right in front of their bench. You know the game, Oakley Cannons 2-0 against Altona Magic there, so Cannons on a charge at the moment. Magic still looking for their first points of the season, as Danny Kim, he's going to have to pay a fine today, Tonchi, after forgetting his shorts. He has to change to 21.
Yes, that was an interesting story told to us by the Dandy City coach, Nick Tolios. He forgot his shorts. I wonder what would happen if he was an under 12 or an under 13. His mum would smack him on the backside and tell him go back home and get him. But that thrusts Oakley Cannons into top spot now, so on goal difference from Avondale. And this is a case of 8th versus 9th. Dandy City in 8th position with 3 points as we see the ball flying towards Kenny Athieu. Cessnick now has an attempt, or a half attempt. It's cleared away by a desperate Dinamo defence. Ball goes out of play, and St Albans supporters can breathe a sigh of relief as Martinovic for Dandy City now has the ball and goes for a long throw into the deep inside the box. Dib heads it away. Summerskill now tries to get it away, looking for a blue player upfield, but the whites are definitely dominant at the moment. I saw number 18, Thomas Giannakopoulos, with the ball just moments earlier. He seems to be, he's the leading, and here he is again. He's the leading goal scorer, having scored 2 goals so far for Dandenong City. So when your defender's doing quite well, scoring goals, the rest of the team also needs to lift, and I think that is something that Tolios will be asking of his players today, as the Dandy City players are happy to just knock the ball around in defence. Long searching ball on the left-hand side, but the linesman's got his flag up, and it will be an offside against Dandy City.
Close call there, assistant referee on the mark, so looks like Dandy City going for that long route. So the defence of Dinamo has to be in sync today as Kranovic assesses his options, goes short to his captain. In the middle of the park is a chance now for Chilina. High press here from Vali Cessnick, but they're able to break away. Good run here from Joey Monet, this time on the left-hand side. Cessnick battling hard. He manages to win the ball, but still not out of trouble yet. That time, Danny Kim. We won't repeat what Nick Tolios was saying, but you can just imagine he's saying, send it out wide. As Dinamo now, Cessnick cuts it off, sends it up forward, down the throat of Ricabene. He looks up. It's a lovely ball. Was looking for 2. Summerskill as well, but unfortunately, Dandy City defender kicks it into the Dinamo faithful here on the hill, the famous Dinamo Hill, as it's known. Joey Monet now tasked with bringing it in. Plays it short. Hasn't come off, cleared by Dandy City. Grigic used it. He's not getting a chance forward now. They rush through. This is Bauer. Looks up. Kenny offers a run. Yeah, good run here from King. Kenny's chance. Good save by Kranovic. Cleared by Dib. And that was well worked there by Dandy City.
Jaško Kranovic is having an absolute blinder of a season so far. He was man of the match in the first game against Port Melbourne, and there he got down low, and Kenny Athieu, we know how dangerous he can be. And that was the first real strike on goals for Dandenong City. And once again, St Albans Saints supporters can be very, very lucky. Martinovic, the long throw, once again looking for Athieu. It was Ricabene who got it away for a corner. And that back four of St Albans, they'll really have to be on their toes all throughout the afternoon, Alex, because there's lots of firepower there for Dandenong City up front.
Yeah, goals have come evenly spread for Dandy City this season. No single player has really taken the lead, but opening rounds, we sort of expect that as a corner here for Dandy City. On the right-hand side, Webster will be the target. They've missed him. Foul called. The referee today, Maximilian Hanian. Not sure that what the decision was there, Tonchi, but look, yeah, as Ricabene looks up now, has Monet to his right, goes further upfield, but Scott McCaw just went down, honestly off Martinovic, just let him know that it's no easy possessions here. They switch it out wide. It's a good run here from Razumic. Maintains possession. Good work here, Chulina. They concede a bit of ground here, Dinamo, but maintain possession, which is what they like. They switch it out to the left-hand side. Out of the way, Cessnik can't get under control. Flicks it over the top now. They stream forward. Oh, King Kenny just dropped on a platter for him here. Through ball. Good run here. Bauer trying to get around. Riccobene muscling him out the way, and that's good work there by Riccobene. It'll be a goal kick.
Well, Riccobene on the left and Chris Dibb in the middle, and then we've got Gurgic out on the right. It's a formidable back three, and throwing some of the other players across that kind of defensive midfield line. But they've already been called into action on numerous occasions in these opening 10 minutes as Keranovic now has the ball from the goal kick. Goes right towards our commentary position, and was almost caught there by our cameraman. Ball quickly returned back to play by Martinovic. Cessnik now has it for Dandenong. But that was Max King, the Gold Coast Knights player that was recruited in the off-season, getting his first touch of the game. Dandenong once again. It's a kind of a pinball type of a game at the moment. Things seem to be going from one to the other to the other. Long searching ball now looking for Razumic on that far side. Alexander was quick to react. And the ball goes out of play, and it is going to be a throw for Dandenong City. And we've just gone into the 10th minute now. Scores still locked in at 0-0.
John Hall yet to receive any type of pressure at the moment as Dandy City again go the long route over the top. Dibb watches that one closely. Happy to see that one go out, and it'll be a goal kick for Dinamo. Just haven't managed to time their long balls at the moment, Dandy City. It is a smaller ground here in Churchill Reserve, so you just feel like if they can adjust their a little bit, their crossing, they should be on target. As Karanovic sends everyone to the right-hand side. High ball in the air. It's headed back, flicked on nicely there by Bakor. Alexander's there to clean up. Hall. No real pressure from the forwards of Dinamo. They switch it out wide. Martinovic, been busy early on. Happy to go back to Webster. Trying to spread the field here. City, out wide again. Alexander. Almost playing Jack Diven as a sole striker at the moment, Dinamo, as they send a long ball over the top, but easily pick up there for Karanovic, and Dinamo survive.
Well, if we look at the Dandy City defensive quartet, we'll say they've got some very bright boots. I tell you what, they really stand out. But here we go, Monek now on the left-hand side, cuts back in, goes inboard now to Diven. Diven falls over a divot, I would say, and ball goes out of play, and it is going to be a goal kick. On the bench for St Albans, we've got Adam Hordor, Alan Garez, Jacob Sovereign, Carter Ramsey, and backup keeper Marco Bulic. Whilst for Dandenong City on the bench, we've got Kurt Kuku, Seb Hernando, Kyan Bryant, Tim Atherinos, Luke Saunders, and Stefan Brecevic. The ball floats to the other end, and the other keeper now has a Keranovic who gets it to Riccobene, back to Keranovic. And it's been a tame opening for what we said was a traditional derby, and a game that you'd kind of expect to have a little bit more spite, as Summerskill now has an opportunity. No sooner have we said that the game sort of had a bit of a lull, and already it looks like it's opening up. Summerskill crosses it in, and that was Josh Diven who got ahead to it. And that has awoken the supporters here on the hill, with a couple of chants of the famous Dinamo starting to permeate through the air.
First bit of pressure Dinamo have put on Dandy City now. It's sort of got the Dinamo faithful on their feet. So warning shot off there from the Dinamo. They know that they're in this game. As Tonchi said, it is a bit flat line at the moment, but both teams just playing cat and mouse, seeing who who's going to attack first and go for goal. As now City push it into the middle of the park, flicked on nicely there by Bauer. It's Kenny now. Kenny gets around one, gets clean bowled there. Kenny gives away a foul. That's solid defensive work there by Ricker Bene. He looks dangerous, King Kenny, today. Can't give him too much space. The sun has slowly settled on Churchill Reserve and a nice cool breeze. Might lower the temperature a little bit. There's one back here, Cessnick. In the middle of the park, they go forward. Thought about having a shot, plays it back into Cessnick. Now he shoots. Well, it was a bit of a floater there from Cessnick, but nevertheless, a chance for Dandy City, just goes wide.
Tell you what, James Riccobena, he had a great game last week against Avondale, against his old team, and did very, very well there. And he started off very well today, as Kedanovic now has the ball. We've got a half-time score from Jack Edwards Reserve, and the new top dog in the NPL Victoria competition, Oakley Cannons, have gone into the sheds with a 3-0 lead over Altona Magic. So the game is as good as gone there. But we saw on Friday night, Alex, when a team's up by 3-0, doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to win. What a game that was, the Avondale-Melbourne Knights clash.
Well, if you're a Knights fan, you would have been in raptures by the end of that one. If you're an Avondale fan, you think, how did you lose 3-0 up? Well, that's the beauty of football. No scoreline is out of reach, but I think Oakley Cannons have safely got this one in a bag as Alexander looks to go in the middle of the park. Kim. St Albans happy to just sit back at the moment. Not really putting much pressure on the back four of Dandy City. As Alexander looks up, tries to play a ball down the line. Cut in nicely, cross comes in, it's for Kenny! And it's Kenny Atu who makes it 1-0. And Dandy City get the opening goal here at Church Reserve. What a finish there by King Kenny. Rose like a gazelle, puts it in the back of the net, and Dinamo will be disappointed.
He really used his height to advantage there in the middle of the box. It was almost unmarked, but he timed that perfectly and he placed that perfectly. Kedanovic was just left shell-shocked there. And it's the visitors now with a 1-0 lead in the Croatian derby. And we have gone, 15 minutes, a quarter of the hour gone. And this is what may really ignite the game now, as Dinamo are certainly going to go in search of a rapid equaliser, but that's really brought the game to life here at Churchill Reserve. Absolutely pleasant conditions. The temperature's probably in the high 20s, and a very, very gentle breeze, if anything, coming from across the field. So it's ideal conditions. The ground looks in good nick. I think we're in for a top-class game today, Alex.
Well, Nick Tolias might have just paid a king's ransom for Kenny and might have just paid off there with the opening goal of the game. And now Dandy City are in control. How does Dinamo respond? We know they sort of tend to lift when their backs up or against the wall, as Bakor needs a bit of assistance here. Has too many to beat. Still going Bakor. Good work here. Gets it by the byline. Gets a cross into the box, but well wide.
Michael, go! Drive, Michael! Fouls out!
Chance for Martinovic now. Didn't more have to start backpedaling a little bit. Cessnick overlapping is Martinovic. He tries to ignore him. Back to Lamberides. To Dinamo now, how to respond. Andy in control. That was a wayward pass there, but Cessnick back on his toes. As again looks up. Probably something that Ryan McGuffey needs to get his charges going. Maybe attack the fullbacks a little bit. Tonchi, at the moment, they're just dropping off.
Well, we've seen a couple of times, particularly here on the left-hand side, Joey Monet looking really dangerous with his speed, and maybe that's where they need to exploit it. They've got Rick Cabina on the left full-back position, doing really well, quite always looking to get out of attack out of defence very, very quickly, and here's an opportunity maybe to put that into practice. But it's definitely, I think, for Dynamo, it'll be the wings that will be the key. If they can utilise the speed on the wings, and they can really get their 1-2 passes in particular down pat, they may stand a chance. But look, 1-0 down against an opponent who is supremely motivated, and there's Rick Cabina, the man we talk about. And he finds, looks at Monet on the left-hand side, Summerskill now. He knocks it, look forward, looking for... that was number 9, Scott Backhaw, but the wind and the ball had well and truly gone closer towards John Hall, the Dandenong keeper. Alexander on that far side in front of the small grandstand. He hugs the line. Seems to me that both, as Gurgic tries to knock it away, both teams are really looking to exploit the wings. A few now. Shot there by Kim. Goes inches wide and over the crossbar as well. How can you go wide and over the crossbar? Over the crossbar. Keeping us commentators on our toes, as well as Kedanovic now brings the ball back in. We're approaching the halfway mark of this opening stanza with the visitors 1-0 up at the moment.
Headed away, brought down by... Now they switch it over the top. Cessnik on side this time. Gets around Rika Bennett. Still going Cessnik. Good tackle there from... It's Monet. He sends it upfield. Martinovic just doing splits, trying to get that one out as Cessnik goes forward. Lambaridis. Just sense now Dandy City is just starting to edge closer towards goal, which is a danger sign for Dynamo, but can't count them out there. They're a team that dig deep and can pull a result out of the bag as Kim. Now to whip Alexander. Kim alone, he's got ample space in the middle of the park and switch it out wide to Martinovic. Goes to Cessnik. They win it back now. Dynamo extreme forward, but Martinovic there, a bit of pirouetting. Oh, he puts Divan on skates. Gang tackle there, and it's a free kick for Dandy City right in front of their bench. Martinovic.
Yeah, you step on. Up.
I better take his time to bring this one back in. As Alexander comes over. King Kenny rise to the occasions once again. It's Jacob Alexander now whipping across. Good ball in, looking for the back post, headed away. Falls for Bakor. Webster. Alexander. Good bit of movement here from City. They switch it out wide, but it's cut off by Razumic now. They stream forward. That's what he likes to do here. Looking for a ball in the middle, but just had too many white shirts around him. Needed support in the middle. Coming away for this Brady Quinn. As Dandy City quickly bring it back.
Webster now in control right in the heart of the Dandy defence. Razumic there had an opportunity to, but he held on to it a little bit too much. Alexander now looking to go forward for Dandenong City. Stops, props, and goes back. Turns around to Giannakopoulos. To Kim. Sprays it all the way back to Webster. The veteran knows exactly what he needs to do, where he needs to go. It's on the far side now with Alexander. Dandenong City very, very confident in scoring that goal. That ball's gone a little bit aside. But ever since that goal was scored by a few, they've certainly looked full of purpose, full of intent, and a lot more confident on the ball. And sections of their Dynamo supporters behind us all calling for their faithful to wake up. They sense that the boys in blue have somewhat gone a little bit quiet. Martinovic, who's having a great game so far. Now with Alexander, he's got plenty of time. Goes for a long ball looking for Bauer, who does manage to control it on the edge of the box there. Hotly pursued by Dib. And now it comes in looking for Kenny a few. Backhaul. And it's going to be a free kick, an infringement there on Max King, so Dinamo can take a little bit of a breather there. We said it's perfect conditions to watch, but for those players out there, nonetheless, it must still be quite steamy, Alex.
Yeah, especially both teams know each other very well. Big derby game, as we said. Might as well call it the IND Cup. But at the moment, Dandy City just doing everything right, whereas Dinamo just finding it difficult in their final third. It's headed away by Webster. It's flicked on. Kenny brings it down. He's having some game here. All swing and a miss from Dib. The captain's there to save his blushes. He can switch it out wide. This is what they need to do more. Monet looks upfield. Nothing really on offer. Summer skill in the middle of the park. Have to go all the way back to Karanovic. Dinmore just enjoying a bit of possession now, has been chasing the game a little bit. Dib, wide to his captain. Looking for options now. Christopher Dib got a bit of space in front of him. Just chips it up in the middle of the park. Webster's seen that one from a mile away. Kenny brings it down, but forced it back to Karanovic. So at the moment, Dandy City just happy to allow St Albans to have the ball a little bit, have a bit of a breather, and when they're ready to pull the trigger and go again. King, Rico Bennett. Puts the ball over the top. Brought down nicely, Summerskill. Back-heeled it to Sesnik. Cuts it off now. And now Dandy City have control of the ball.
It's Kim. Should be wearing number 17, but for this game he's wearing number 21. We know why. Lambadorides. Now it's Kim again. Back to Lambadorides. He's been quiet, but then again, everything that he's been called upon, he's done quite well. He knocks it back to his keeper. And for about the third moment in a minute, Lambadorides gets touch on the ball. Ball goes out of play. It's going to be a throw-in to St Albans Dinamo, almost on the halfway line, just inside their defensive half. We've gone halfway through, and it looks like there is going to be a drinks break called. Just earlier, we said it's perfect conditions to be watching from the sidelines, but I think wise heads prevail as the players come off for a mandatory drink break. You can actually see they really look like they're quite knackered, even though the pace of the game hasn't been breakneck, I guess, to say the least.
Yeah, it's a smaller ground here, Tonchi, and just makes it, you've got to time your runs perfectly here. You can't, I think it's a good decision to have a drinks break, allows the players to just reset, allows coaches to just change a few things around. Ryan McGuffey talking to his captain, just seeing what they can come about with a certain plan in the remainder of this half. Was Nick Tolios saying, keep doing the same, keep running down the lines. Been a very, very, as you said, tight game so far. Only one goal in it. And here the home fans just saying, wake up boys, we've got a game on. But they're not out of it, definitely, Tonchi. I think they've just got to get their final third going.
Well, Christopher Dibb, who's doing a pretty solid job there. He's also the assistant coach of the team's under-18 boys NPL team. And earlier today they came from behind and scored a great 2-1 win over Western United's academy team. So I'm sure he's going to be taking a little bit of inspiration from the lads that he coaches, and hoping that Dinamo can also come from behind and maybe similarly score a 2-1 result. But we've only gone 27 or so minutes, 25 minutes in fact, and so there's plenty of time in this game, plenty of time left, and the play will resume On the other side, on the grandstand side, with the captain Michael Grgic with the ball a couple of metres inside his attacking half. Diven now to Grgic, prods it forward, but in his haste kicked it probably off the side of his boot. The ball goes out of play, and it will be a throw-in to Dandenong City to be taken by Jacob Alexander. Alex, I know it's early days yet, but who's really impressed you so far today?
Martinovic has definitely impressed me. Running off that right back position, overlapping, he's linking up well with Sesnik, which is a good thing. For Dinamo, at the moment, it's hard to say. I mean, the defence is holding up at the moment. Ricabena and Joey Monet are really doing well together. They're timing their overlapping runs, but just it's the usual story with Dinamo is that final third is where they're lacking at the moment. And you can see they've only scored 1 goal in opening 3 games, whereas Nick Tolios is he's got 6 in 3, so he's quite happy with his charges. He's only got 3 points, but today's looking quite good. But yeah, Martinovic for me has definitely been the one player that stood out. King Kenny, obviously. What about yourself, Tonchi?
I tend to agree with you. Ricabena, for me, has been quite impressive on that left-hand side. He's done very well linking up with Monet. But just reading the play, I think that's what's impressed me the most. Look, apart from that goal, conceding that goal, Kedanovic also has done some good things when he was called upon. And apart from that, look, there hasn't been anyone really outstanding at all, but they've put in a solid performance. But it has been a fairly even performance so far, and not too sure what's going on in the middle of the park at the moment. There's a little bit of talk, a little bit of conjecture, a bit of pushing and a bit of shoving, but I think the referee's there talking to Kenny. It looks like there's going to be a free kick to Dinamo, because Michael Grgic is very wanting to get on with the action very quickly. He's a little bit impatient, the captain. He wants to get the ball rolling as Ricabena walks away from him. And it'll be Grgic now to take the free kick, and he's going to go into the box looking for Diven. Christopher Dibb's up there as well. He'll be aiming for Christopher Dibb. Goes over his head. Goes there to Bakor. Bakor's got Martinovic to take on. Monet crosses it in, but it was cleared easily by the Dandenong City defence, and it seemed to me, I think it was Jack Webster who did that clearing.
As Dinamo now pushed forward, cleared by Dandy City. Ricabena getting first there. So if you're wondering what that free kick was for, Brian Summerskill has a giant bruise on the side of his eye there, the size of a golf ball at the moment, as he walks out in front of us. So Dinamo will be a downer player for a short while as that one goes over the top. It's be a goal kick now for Dinamo, but Brian Summerskill just got injured in that brief clash there, so they'll just have to adjust here. Dinamo with a player down for the meantime. Yes, Karanovic able to bring it in. Puts it down the middle of the park. Flicked on nicely there. Like Diven. Dib heads away. And it'll be a throw for Dandy City. And Martinovic to bring it in. Can go short to Sesnik, but cut off there by Bakor. Good work by Bakor. He's battled hard all evening. Maybe a handball call on Danny Kim. Bakor just got a bit of friendly fire as he's on all fours. King Kenny asking the question. So Martinovic is going to be spoken to, I think. Going to be a card as well. It's a yellow card there for Martinovic. I think it was Sesnik who caused the foul, but Martinovic has been given the yellow. It's a bit harsh there for Martinovic. Sesnik's just asked the question. I wasn't even involved, but a bit unlucky for Martinovic there. I think he's going to resend the card, maybe. Yep, it's rescinded, so Vali Sesnik will be classed as for the yellow, not Martinovic, so it's been called the Rika Bena now to bring it back into play. Puts the ball into the box, it's high. Big call there from Hall. Quick release out to the left-hand side now. Dinamo got to return their attention to defence. Razumic slows down the play in the middle of the park. Chance here for Alexander. As might be called upon an early sub here for Dinamo. Headed away.
Yeah, what numbers?
Balls to Kim. On the end of it, trying to keep it in was Bauer. But unfortunately, will go out wide. And looks like a substitution here, Conchi.
Yeah, it looks like there is going to be a substitution now for, let's say, St Albans, and it looks like Alan Garez is going to come on, the Argentinian, to replace Summerskill, who is definitely not going to be coming back on the park after that injury or clash of heads or whatever it was. And Garez now comes onto the park, and it looks like he's going up forward. And it looks like Scott Backhor is going in the middle as Divan now has the ball. He's dispossessed there. Giannakopoulos manages to get the ball. I must apologise to Giannakopoulos, Thomas Giannakopoulos. I think I've been calling him George Lambertarides. I've been practising the pronunciation. Hopefully I've got it right there, Alex. But St Albans get forward with Backhor, but the ball goes out of play, and it will be a throw into Alexander, Jacob Alexander, to take that. Webster now going out to the right, where Martinovic, who I would say he's probably been the man of the match so far, and he was unlucky to cop a yellow card, but we do believe that has been reversed and that has been awarded to the rightful recipient, Vali Sesnik. But Martinovic now, he gets on very quickly with it. Backhor now. Garez running forward. Divan's got it again. Knocks it back to Cholina. Monet goes down the line, and it's now number 7, Garez. Gets a corner there, and look at that running from Martinovic. Martinovic was just in front of the Dandenong City coach's box to her right, and he's made that run all the way back to support his defence. Well done there by Martinovic, but it's Alan Garez with the corner kick now.
He's come on, already made a difference. Garez now with the corner. Is this the moment for Dinamo here? Whips in a low ball. It's flicked on. Oh, what a save by Hall there. That was inches away. Monet switches it out wide. Another chance here. Cross comes in. Headed away by Dandy City. They're piling on the pressure now. Flicked over the top. Dib off the shoulder. Gone down. Cleared by Webster. This is good pressure here from Dinamo now. Out wide. Garez has a shot. Takes a deflection. And Hall brings it up. That's a big exciting bit of play there from Dinamo. Got the home fans singing. But what a save that was from Hall. Plucked it out of thin air. Webster now. Chance for Dandy City. As a cool breeze comes across Churchill Reserve, I'm sure the players will appreciate that as we head into the final 10 minutes here. Webster puts the ball down the line. Martinovic the target. Good headed away there from a chance for Rickard Bennett. Garez, he's been exciting since coming on. Can he change a game for Dinamo? Garez, the Argentinian, looks to play in the middle of the park. Falls out wide to King. Dib just bobbles it up in the air. Webster. Cleared by Martinovic. And it'll be a throw for Dandy City. That new change of formation of 4-4-3 has worked. Tonchi.
It's amazing what a tactical change and sometimes a change in personnel can do. Guerres has been absolutely electrifying on several occasions now down here on the left-hand side. Monet seems to be dropping back a little bit further back, but that as you said, the 4-3-3 seems to be working really well for Dinamo. They've looked really dangerous in the last 5 minutes. Monet to Guerres, that combination once again. Cholina knocks it back to Ricobene. He switches play now. Dib is covering a lot of territory to Grgic. Goes forward to Divan. A little flick on. And here come Dinamo. Razumic on that far side wasn't able to control it. But that passage of play has started over here on the left-hand side and transferred very quickly onto that right-hand side. Alex, it's really started to get the crowd quite pumped.
Yeah, as you said, it's a good coaching change there from Ryan McGuffey. It's started to really spark Dinamo into action. And as you said, Alan Guerres, Argentinian, has definitely changed the game now. A bit unlucky that time, Ivan Razumic just stepped on the ball as they go forward here. Deep in defence now, Max King, happy to see it over the line. It'll be a throw for Dinamo. The captain in Grgic throws it into the box, straight into Giannakopoulos there, as Dandy now can push forward, as King Kenny now he can put the Jets on. Kenny, good defensive work there from the captain in Grgic. He's putting an absolute shift in, and for the added troubles included a slide tackle there too. And it'll be looks like a throw in on the far hand side over the players' race as we head into the final couple minutes here before half time. Alexander to bring it in. What looks like will be a corner here.
40 gone. Got 5. Will be at least 3 yet.
To throw in. Alexander looping throw into the box. Mistimed by Kenny. He'll get it back again. Alexander now chips it in, headed away by Dib. And plenty of white shirts around. Danny Kim happy to concede a bit of ground here. Webster sends it forward, headed away by Razumic. Playing hot potato at the moment as no one seems to get it under control. Eventually falls for Grgic. He bobbles it up in the middle of the park, flicked on by Bakur. Guerres waiting for it here out wide. He eventually will receive it here. Monet overlapping two. This is a lot better. Monet whips in a low ball, cleared by Webster. Kept in. Another cross into the box. It's deep, and Hall comes away with it. Good bit of passage of play there from Dinamo.
Well, we've talked about how a tactical change, how a change in personnel has done wonders for this game. But I tell you what, also, it would have been that drink break as well halfway through. And ever since then, the temperature has dropped somewhat. But the game here, the temperature on the park has certainly increased. And there's a little bit of an incident there right in front of us where Dandenong have conceded the free kick. Bowers now has the ball. Looks for a way out of defence. But Divan now gets tripped over and he's going to get a free kick, and that happened right in front of the Dinamo coach's box. And all it needs is sometimes a little clip on the ankles, and then it starts almost becoming comical in the way they start to fall. But we could definitely see that was a free kick to the Blues, and Ricobene is quick to take it. He's going to look for opportunities and options further afield. Kim clears it away. Cholina headed away, but only as far as number 23, Bauer. Athieu with those long legs trying to get around Cholina. His other number 13, Sesnik now. Athieu misses that. He tries to get it there, but here's an opportunity and a shot on goals by George Lambertarides. It takes a deflection off one of the Dinamo players. It may have been Cholina, and the ball has gone out for a corner kick to the visitors.
Kranovic there caught in no man's land. Effort there from Lamberidis. They have a corner here, quickly taken. Some strong challenges there. It's going to be a free kick here for Dandy City. Can't see who it is, as there's plenty of players wearing the same colour boots.
Are we being serious? Are we actually being serious here? We got booked here for the exact same thing.
It looks like it's Jacob Alexander.
Seriously, we're taking the piss now.
Nick Tolios not happy with that challenge, expecting a card to come out, but assistant referee, gee, you hate to be the fourth official here, Tonchi, is you're copying abuse from both coaches, and you're not the one that's making the decisions.
No, you have to be very quick on your feet and come up with something that's going to pacify the situation. And our fourth official seems to be doing a pretty good job, because there seems to be chuckles all around. Now, whether they're sarcastic chuckles, that I don't know. But Nick Tolios questioning why that wasn't given a yellow card there, claiming that just moments earlier, Sesnik had been given a foul for almost a similar infringement. That's according to his interpretation. But it's a free kick just outside the penalty box. Alexander takes it in. He whips it in towards the middle there, the goal mouth. Webster was up there. There could have been a handball, but no one's appealed for it. Wave on. Play. Matthew now fighting for the ball with Alexander. Now once again has it. Cuts it back in. Cleared away by Monet and cleared by King. And now there was an opportunity, a half opportunity for a counter-attack, but there's a real scramble there in the Dandenong City goal mouth, and Dinamo were lucky to get that away just before half-time.
Yeah, Joey Monet there. Right time, right place, clears it for distance, and Dandy City were very close to doubling their lead before the half-time break, as head into the last minute before we go into stoppage time, as Hall receives it out of his square. Webster. That cool breeze just calming things down as Webster sends it forward. Lovely ball over the top. It'll be 3 minutes of that at time. Alexander now. Cross comes in. It's deep. Straight down Karanovic's throat. Quick release there for the Argentinian. In the middle of the park now, they can spread the ball out wide. Captain in Grugic, he goes even further wide to Razumich here. Can Dinamo land a blow for half time? Rico Bennett. Have a bit of a run here, Rico Bennett. Bit of space in front of him. In the middle of the park. Giving away Kim to King Kenny. Kenny now. Out wide further, force to Quinn, back to Kim. They switch it out wide to Sesnik. Sesnik now cuts in the middle of the park. Put a through ball in, but really to a hope and a prayer that time, as now it's through Razumich, and Dinamo now look to ball go over the top, headed away by Webster. Alexander's there, good challenge there from Scott McCaw. As we've almost played a minute about a time. Chance for Dandy now to bring it out.
Well, in the closing stages of this opening stanza, the visitors have controlled much of the game. Athiu now has an opportunity, but it's well cleared by Ricabene, Dinamo's best player, and probably less than 60 seconds now to go as Alexander brings it into play. His opposite number 3 clears it away in Dib. Back towards Alexander, Bakor. Alexander again, getting lots of possession at the moment. Here's an opportunity for the Saints. Lambadaridis went back to Webster just to control things, just to calm things down. And he's happy to just knock the ball around as it ends up with Hall now. Going forward for Athiu, but it's Dib. Back to Giannakopoulos, to Alexander, and I think the boys in white will be just happy to see off this half. Although Athiu now is manhandled there by Grgic, and he will get a free kick, and this is a dangerous situation and a dangerous position for the home side.
Last minute to organise it.
Final minute to go here before the halftime break. Dandy City now tasked with trying to find another goal. Dinamo hoping they can just keep it clean here and not concede. 1-0 into half-time is a good result for Dinamo. They prefer to be in the lead, but at times they know that second half they can really come home strong. As the cross to come in for Dandy City now. Alexander dummied it, so referee now blows the whistle. Cross comes in, it's a chance, oh, off the crossbar there. Well, Brady Quinn was testing Karanovic to see if it was on his toes, and he definitely was. It's a corner now for Dinamo, for Dandy City. Are they going to go for it here? We'll say it's the last play of the game before half-time as Alexander's over the ball. Cross comes in, it's low, it's through a sea of players. It's cleared, and that'll be it. Half-time whistle sounds as Churchill Reserve, and it's the visitors leading 1-0 thanks to a goal from King Kenya too. It's been an entertaining half here, Tonchi, and St Albans, even though they're down a goal, they're still in this game very much.
An ominous sign for the second half is the build-up of a pretty strong breeze now, of quite a wind. So whether that is going to have an effect on the game in the second half, whether Dinamo will come out in the second half all guns blazing, or will Dandenong City look to capitalise on their 1-0 lead? We'll find out in about 15 minutes' time. We look forward to having your company for the second half.
Already on, is that alright?
No.
Kurt! You gotta go here.
From the start, lad, Jeff.
25 off. I'll give you a...
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to this round clash here at Churchill Reserve. It's St Albans,
We haven't lost the moment.
Dandenong 0, Dandy City 1, thanks to a sole goal by Kinnear 2. Half-time talks have been done and dusted. Dandy City look to make one change. Kurt Kuraku comes on, and coming off is John Lambrides. So a tactical change there from Nick Tolios as his Chargers lead 1-0. It's going to be a big second half here. The sun has set here in the west. It's a nice cool breeze, and Tonchi, it's going to be a big 45 minutes.
Yeah, all is in readiness for what we hope and expect will be a thrilling 45 minutes as the referee blows the whistle, and it's Dandenong in the white kicking to the left, Dinamo in the blue to the right of your screens, favouring. There is a pretty strong wind, and it's going to the free kick is going to St Albans Dinamo with Josh Divan copping it in the back of the head. But there is quite a gusty wind, and it seems to be favouring Dinamo's end slightly, although it's more coming across the ground. And we up in the commentary tower feeling the wind cooling us down, but that augurs well for a good second half, Alex.
Yeah, Dinamo need to come out of the blocks early as first chance to go forward, cleared by a 2. Monet plays a lovely ball to Razumic, has 3 around him. Monet again puts it into the box, cleared by Giannakopoulos. Up and under clearance that time as the wind just takes a bit off the pace, and it'll be a throw for the home side right in front of the grandstand there. There's a chance for Joey Monet to bring it in. Thank you all for tuning in on NPL TV on YouTube as it plays in. A scramble there from St Albans, and they somehow manage not to get a shot off as Sesnik has 3 blue shirts around him. Good work there from Monet. Falls now. Guerres into the box. Cleared. St Albans had a couple of cracks at it there. They break away here, but they have the numbers in the back line as Monet gets manhandled, given away here. King Kenny now, he can spread the field here. Lovely ball over the top, just a bit too much for Quinn, and Karanovic clears. Well, it's an opening that both sides wanted. It's fast paced, it's action, it's end to end. I'm sure the home fans will be loving this. As Guerres now lit up the first half as he came on, as Ryan McGuffey was forced to make a substitution with Brian Summerskill coming off. Tactical change, playing 4-3-3 has definitely worked. As a cross into the box, cleared away, shot there. That one just skids past, and it will be a goal kick as Max King couldn't get it on target. Conchi.
Alan Guerres came in towards the latter half of that first half. The formation changed immediately to a 4-3-3 formation for the home side, and that seemed to work wonders. They started looking dangerous. They started penetrating on that left-hand side. And Guerres has continued where he left off in the first half, already looking quite ominous on that left-hand side. As John Hall, the Dandenong City now keeper, goes right up the guts looking for the tallest man on the park, Athieu. Bauer tried to knock it away. Alexander now tries to get around Razumic. Ball goes all the way back to Giannakopoulos, who in turn knocks it to the keeper. Alexander now. Ball bobbles up and the ball bobbles out, and it is going to be a throw-in to St Albans. Quickly back into play. Backcourt now gets it to the end, and he tried to cut it back, but the ball had already gone out of play, and it will be a goal kick to Dandenong City, who lead 1-0. And overall in the first half they certainly dominated proceedings, although it was a very, very tight affair. But in the second half, St Albans have already had a couple of occasions where they've started to look dangerous, but the key's going to be in that final third, isn't it, Alex?
Yeah, definitely right there, Tonchi, as they come out of the blocks in the second half, which is a promising sign. Need to test Hall out a little bit more as Hall swings it wide to the left-hand side. Smart play there from Gurgic, allows it to go in. Just slipped out of his fingers that time. Up in the air from Chelina. And Jason Alexander will throw it in right in front of us here in the commentary box. Alexander, long throw. Gurgic this time. Razumic. Gets around one, gets around two. Good run here. Chelina just lost sight of it. Gurgic moves it forward, but right down the throat of Martinovic as Kim clears with a header. Sloppy play at the moment. Ball over the top now. Razumic, it's what he likes. Bit of free space. Cuts it back in. Cross into the box. Headed on. Good ball in, but unfortunately there Josh Diven just couldn't get the accuracy right. Good start here from Dinamo. Coming out of the blocks. All guns blazing. But at the moment it's just not going in the back of the net, Tonchi.
No, we keep on harping about it. They seem to do everything well across the midfield, getting the ball out of defence, and then getting it forward as Athieu now has the ball. Bauer trying to fight with Rico Bene, who prevails in the end, knocking it to Gurgic, his captain. To Diven, back to Gurgic, goes forward now into the box now. Gurgic now runs into his own man. And it's now the substitute, Kurt Koku, gets the ball out wide to Quinn. Good sliding tackle by Rico Bene. It's done exceptionally well, and he earns the applause from the hill. Timed to perfection on that occasion, Alex.
Superb tackle there from Joey Riccobene. So James, Dinamo faithful, happy with that. I'd like to see that if it was there. Put his body on the line. Deep clears. Oh, strong challenge there. Kuruku's in trouble. He's got a yellow card.
How's that even possible? He's fucking won the ball. He's fucking won the ball.
Joseph Chelina's on the ground.
He's reacting the loudest. Did you give it a card? No chance.
Well,
40.
Kuruku there goes into the box. Tonchi, and he won the ball, but high foot apparently.
Yeah, the studs were showing on that occasion, and as he won the ball and followed through with it, he's collected Chelina there, and he's earned the wrath of the referee. We've got the sidelines, both sides not happy with things. The Dinamo side bench is not happy with the way he was brought down. Tolios and the Dandenong bench not happy that he received a yellow card after he won the ball in a tackle. One of those interesting situations. I guess it's up to the referee, and I think the referee on that occasion certainly did the right thing.
Absolutely right there. As Dib now cushions the header. Riccobene back to Dib. Kuruku clears, but only as far as Chelina. Kim takes over. Kuruku out wide. Alexander now cuts in the middle, good work there. But while King Kenny tried to flick it over himself, and Zip just gave him a clothesline for that one. In a very dangerous position outside the box. The first bit of passage of play that Dandy City have got forward in this second half. Big moment here now for Koranovic.
The guy sits taller than him. He's gone in and done the exact same thing, but he yelled first and he's gone down. I just don't
I think
understand.
Tolia's still not happy with that card.
No, there was, because they got
There's a chance now for either Alexander or Brady Quinn over the ball.
I just said play on. He's got the toe in.
3 in the wall.
And then he's gone down crying and then got up and ran off and stayed up. That's the worst part.
Kenny.
This one, I thought that was
4 in the wall now. Quinn and Alexander over the ball.
Did he look back? Did he look the guy on the edge of our box? Did he?
It's going to be Quinn. No. Alexander, low ball into the wall. The wall's done its job there.
Look the guy when he took down Alexander.
And Dandy City now have a chance at a throw-in. Alexander in front of the home fans. It's dropped into the box. Chance! And there it is! It's Barley Sesnik. And Dandy City make it 2-0. The ball bounced in the box, and Sesnik on the volley buries it in the back of the net, and Tonchi, they lead 2-0 now.
That was great positioning in the middle of the box there by Sesnik. He turned, angled that shot fantastically past Keranovic, and that has dealt a severe body blow to the chances of the home side. They were starting to look really dangerous, but I think that has been the biggest difference, is the fact that Dinamo seems to struggle to have a target to aim for, whereas Dandenong City have been aiming for Athieu, and on that occasion Athieu was able to pull the attention away, leaving Sesnik there pretty much with a lot of space, and you can't afford to do that. You can't afford to let players like that have that space right in front of goal. He turned on the sixpence and shot with a powerful shot that gave Keranovic no chance. And Dandenong City now currently lead 2-0, and we've got about 35 odd minutes to play. And I tell you what, Alex, if Dinamo are going to get back into the game, they need to find a goal within the next 10 minutes. Absolutely right there, Tonchi. It's 10 minutes are going to be really crucial here for Dinamo. It's a dangerous scoreline, 2-0. It's got a free kick on Razumich there. Could have gone either way. But Vali Sesnik enjoying life at Dandy City. That's his second goal for the season. And chance now as the medic will come out. As Razumich will receive some treatment here, as Gira is now tasked with trying to find someone up forward. Jacob Alexander goes into the books for a yellow card. Tonchi, it's got to hurt Dinamo. They had all the possession and all the attacking options in that opening second half, but that's got to sting. Yeah, absolutely, Alex. I think you're on the ball there, and as we said, they seem to do everything well in their defensive third, in the middle third, but it's the attacking third, and that's something that certainly will be providing Coach Ryan McGuffey with a lot of food for thought this week. They come up against the Melbourne Knights in another Croatian derby next Sunday at Knights Stadium, and the Knights have started off rather poorly themselves. 1 draw and 2 losses from the opening 3 games, although it must be said after Friday's game they will be very, very motivated, coming from 3-0 down against Avondale. As we stay with the action, Rico Bene now goes, but it's straight to Hall, and Hall now knocks the ball out to his right. And there's a foot race for the ball, but Joey Monet gets the ball and he lobs it all the way back into the Dinamo attacking half. Monet again. Gurgic now, he's got about 1, 2, 3, 4 whites around him. He does well to get the ball out to the left, but it's quickly intercepted there by Quinn to Alexander, who's had a blinder of a game. Jacob Alexander, he knocks it all the way back to Kim, and Dinamo now find themselves in their attacking half, but without the possession of the ball. Kurt Kuku, who came on at half-time, knocks it to Kim. Goes for a long, searching ball further up the park, looking for a Dandenong player. Bauer's got it, knocks it to Quinn. Quinn's now got it again. Gudagic sticks out the foot there. It was a dangerous one because right behind him was Kenny Athieu. And Geres now. He's dispossessed by Kuaku. Threads it out to his right, where Martinovic, who's been a little bit quiet in his second half. He had an absolute blinder of a first half, but he's done enough to earn his side a corner kick with in the 59th minute.
Yeah, good work there from Martinovic, as Tonchi said, just gone quiet in the second half, but plenty of time left to come back in it. Done a solid performance at right back. There's a chance now for Bandy City. Will they land another blow here as Jacobs Alexander comes across to whip in another cross. Alexander now whips in a cross. It's deep. Punched away by Karanovic. Monet sends it forward. Oh, awkward bounce there. And he get it back again. Webster. Good work there by Sesnik. He's really started to liven up in the second half now. Sesnik has that ball on a string in the middle. There's a turn here. Solid defending there. It's going to be a corner. No, referee looks over to the assistant. It is a corner here. Joey Monet that time, I think. No, it was Rika Bennett. As Jacob Alexander now has another chance at a corner. Half an hour left to go here at Churchill Reserve. Plenty of time left for Dinamo to come back. Another corner here.
You're gonna go now. Closer.
Cross comes in. This time it's deeper. Headed down by Webster, but didn't have enough on it. Karanovic, quick throw. Chance now for Dinamo. Good tackle there. Keeps it in play. Sesnik just hoofs it wherever he can, and they win it back. That's solid work there from Viali Sesnik there, Tonchi.
Dandenong City really have the wind behind their sails, so to speak. We said 5 minutes ago, Dinamo has to score a goal. They must find their first goal of the game within the next 10 minutes. Well, 5 minutes have already passed us by, so time is running out for Dinamo slowly. But as you mentioned, Alex, there's still 30 minutes, so there's plenty of time in the ball game left for the Blues to do something. And in effect, for them to capture all 3 points today, they're going to have to double the score double the amount of goals they have scored so far in the NPL Victoria season, which is only 1 goal. And it is a tough ask, but anything can happen in these last 30 minutes. As we saw in the first half when Geres came on, there was just one positional change and a formation change, and that was enough to ignite Dinamo, and they've done overall really well. They just cannot convert. Keep on harping on about it, and we're sounding like a broken record player, but it's that final third that is proving really dangerous, as Dandenong City now have an opportunity, but Michael Martinovic was judged to have been offside, and from all accounts down on the sidelines, it looks like St Albans will be making a substitution very, very shortly, Alex.
Yeah, some fresh legs in might help Dinamo just bring that wet sail home as they stream forward here. Bakor. Oh, fancy footwork there from Geres. Now switches it out wide to Razumich. He brings it down. Alexander comes back, still going Razumich, plays it in nicely. Chance here. Dinamo get it into the box. It's falls for Divan. Oh, low cross there, cleared by Webster. Grugic into the box, headed away. That time Max King got on the end of it, but well wide as first bit of attacking football Dinamo have had in a while here. Look to make a substitution. Could that spur him on? Adam Hordor and Joseph Chelina looks like he'll be coming off. Some fresh legs as John Hall looks to bring it in for Dandy City. Goes to the right of field. Good header there from Rika Bennett. Now jumping King Kenny. Ball over the top. It's a foot race now. Karanovic came out. He's lost sight of it and gets a lucky break that time.
I like your bounce, that well done.
Plays a fine line sometime, Jaskin Karanovic. Out of the way by Webster. Kim brings it down. Martinovic hoofs it forward and Karanovic will get it back again.
Well, Dinamo's starting to look a little bit desperate out there. Their balls are going a little bit wayward. They're hopeful. They're just aiming for nothing in particular as they go forward. But hopefully for them, for the supporters of the Blues, that things will change with the imminent substitution, as Alex said. Adam Hodor is preparing to come on, and he will be replacing Joseph Cholina. But in the meantime, there's a free kick for Dinamo. About 15 metres inside their attacking half. There's one player down at the moment, and the team medic runs onto the field. Alex, I didn't see who that was on the ground. Did you, by any chance?
No. A lot of players wearing the same similar boots. Well, hopefully it's nothing too serious. A little bit of magic spray does wonders. But Tonchi, if you're the coach of Dinamo, what sort of game plan do you have in the final 25 odd minutes that we have left here at Churchill Reserve? Do you go out all attack and all guns blazing and hope you can put one or two away, or do you just try to see out the remainder of minutes?
That's a good question, and thanks, Alex, for putting me on the spot there. But look, the 4-3-3 formation is probably something that has seen him do well. And look, 2-0 down, there's no point now playing defensively, and you know, the imminent arrival of Hodor on the park as well, and Carter Ramsey also is warming up as well, so I'm not too sure if he will be coming on as well, but he's a forward. So look, they seem to be going down that path of looking to play a lot more attacking in the last 25 minutes, and it looks like it's Max King on the ground. The Queenslander struggling. He's been on the ground now for a few minutes, so hopefully, well, he's getting to his feet now, so that looks okay, but he's trying to get his bearings. But yeah, look, getting back to the tactical, I guess, requirements that Coach Ryan McGuffey now needs to do. He needs to risk it. I think he needs to risk it, and it could prove, you know, fruitful if Dinamo can score a goal. Watch the momentum shift very dramatically, very rapidly. But obviously, when you're pushing forward and you're going all out, you open yourself to the possibility of a counter-attack. And look, is it worth losing 2-0 or is it worth losing 3-0? I think a loss is a loss. So I think he needs to take the risk. And it's something we don't see enough in our game locally. But Geres now goes forward. At the back post was Gurgic, but it's taken a deflection off one of the Dandenong City players, and it's in the safe hands of John Hall. Well, he's got to go all out or nothing as far as I'm concerned, Alex.
Yeah, definitely agree with you there, Tonchi. Needs to put all his cards on the table and throw the kitchen sink, whatever he's got in his pockets. Try to salvage something here. All he needs is just one goal. You feel like one goal, and it could spur him on as Kuaku out wide to Alexander. He's probably been man of the match since Martinovic has gone quiet. Here he is now, looking for good work there from Razumic, just blocking that one. It will be a throw here, and it looks like the double substitution will eventually occur. So as we said, Joseph Chelina will come off. Adam Hordor comes on, and number 19 will be Carter Ramsey, and the captain, Michael Grgic.
Hey, they're going to have 4 up. Reset. Just keep 3 high.
Interesting choice there, Ryan McGuffey. Just, I think he's thrown that full sink there, Tonchi.
Yeah, well, he's been listening to what we've been having to say, and hopefully for Dinamo fans, they'll score a goal and will be vindicated. But there's a little bit of a push there, a bit of a nudge, and there's going to be a free kick there with Ivan Razumic earning that. Kenny Athu standing over the ball, quickly taken there by Max King. He seems to have recovered pretty well after being on the ground. Ricabene now goes across the goal, bit dangerous, but Dibbs got it in control with Athu bearing down on him. Scott Backhaw tried to jump and tried to get that, but it was too high for him. The opposite, number 9. Athu now has it. And it is going to be a free kick now for Dinamo. Right in front of goals. That was... who was it? Adam Hordor, who caused that infringement. So it's a dangerous position. Matthew's standing over the ball. Although with the wind, it seems to be kicking into somewhat of a wind. Although, like we said, the wind is almost cross field. But Alexander's there. So too is Athu. My money's on Alexander. And of course, I'll have to be proven wrong. And Athu takes that, but the ball goes wide of the goalpost. And it's going to be now brought back into play very, very quickly with St Albans. Sense of urgency now with that double substitution. Alex, we've gone 69 minutes, so there's 20-odd minutes to go. They haven't scored a goal like we said they needed to in that 10 minutes, so their backs are against the wall. Alexander, who's had a blinder of the game, controlling it there with 2 players. He gets bundled over there by Scott Backhaw, but the ball goes off Backhaw, and the ball is going to be a throw-in to Dandenong City.
Scott Backhaw there went through Alexander like a freight train, and it's going to be a throw-in. So Alexander back on his feet now, right in front of us here in the ground. 20 minutes left to go for Dinamo. Can they salvage something? They go to long throw, a 2. He's been instrumental up forward. Guerres gone quiet second half. That one going well wide. And we hope you enjoy this coverage on NPL Victoria's YouTube page. Plenty of action left tomorrow. It's South Melbourne versus Hume with what is going to be a blockbuster game. As Alexander here out wide to Quinn in the middle. Alexander happy to stop, turn and assess his option. Oh, dangerous touch there from Giannakopoulos. Falls now. Tackle came through. And it's going to be a free kick right on the edge of the box. And it's Giannakopoulos will get a yellow card as well. Oh, he gave it away and had to do the team thing and give away a foul. Could this be the moment that Dinamo get back in the game? Guerres now, the Argentinian, steps up over the ball. Can he weave some magic? It's going to be Rika Bennett. 3 in the wall. Hall now tasked with keeping this one out. Rika Bennett bobbles it up, looking for the back post. Oh, a good save by Hall, the follow-up. And it's going to be a free kick on Hall, but what a chance that was for Dinamo. Free chance, and John Hall made a massive save there, Tonchi.
Yeah, it was a dangerous situation for him to get down because there were boots flying, and I think he collected, or Chris Dibb collected him unintentionally, of course, and he's got up and he's okay now. I think he's holding his hand, but he seems to be fine. And there is going to be a substitution now for Dandenong City in the interim. Number 22, Tim Atherinos, is coming on. And coming off is going to be Brady Quinn. No, it's not. In fact, it's going to be number 23, Will Bauer. So a substitution made there for Dandenong City. 23 off. Tim Bauer, and on is Tim Atherinos. Just under 20 minutes to go if we include stoppage time, and I dare say there will be a bit of stoppage time. There have been quite a fair few injury stoppages and what you're not. Athieu now nods the ball forward. Ricabene, he's had a bit of a quiet second half, but he's still had a solid game for Dinamo. It's the attackers. There's 4 attackers now. It's almost like a 4-2-4 formation. They're going to need to step up, and they're the ones that are going to need to really put in that little bit extra if Dinamo are going to get anything from this game. Alexander with the ball, about to throw it in.
Atherinos, the Melbourne Victory youth, getting his chance of some good experienced football as Webster. So whatever he could on the end of that one, they flicked it forward. Dib brings it down. He hoops it forward, almost taking us out in the process, as it'll be a throw for Dandy City. Alexander to bring it back in. He goes long down the ground. Atherinos tried to flick it on. Hodor. One back by Razumic. Back to Bakur. Good tackle there on King. Dandy City now just starting to push on forward here. They look dangerous. Alexander bobbles it up nicely up for Atherinos now. On the cross there, a bit too deep. It falls for Sesnig. He'll keep it in. Good work there from Joey Monet, but he just lost sight of it. Gets it back again. Clears the safety. And Timmy Atherinos has already started to cause a bit of havoc now as we head into the final 15-odd minutes. As Kenny brings it down, Razumic clears. Out of the way. Chance for Hodor. He flicks it forward to Webster. Webster, not the greatest of back passes to Hall, and it is a corner now for Dinamo, so something can come out of this now. Big moment. Gary is over the ball. He's gone cold a little bit, the Argentinian. He's shown glimpses of what he's able to do. Cross to come in now. Low near post. And a wasted opportunity for Dinamo. As Hall now tasked with bringing it back into play.
Well, with just over 15 minutes left here at Churchill Reserve, the wind that had sprung up a little at the start of the second half seems to have died down. It's nice cool conditions, so there's no excuse for the players out in the middle. Athieu now. Queen. Alexander goes high, looking for Athieu, but it's Keranovic who manages to get the ball on the edge of his penalty box. Goes out wide to Razumic. Quinn bearing down on him. Hodor now. Back to Razumic. He's got a couple of players around him. He's got Hodor calling for it. He goes, sprays it out wide on the left-hand side to Monet. Guerres manages to overlap now. Look at the pace now of Monet. He crosses it in, looking for someone in the middle of the penalty box, but Core was his intended target. But Dandenong managed to get it away now. Atherinos has it, cleared further afield. Long searching ball. Chris Dibb's going to be the first one to get to it. He nods it back to Keranovic, who lays it back at Dibb's feet. Ball goes forward, and that's cheaply given away. Quinn now, and he's going to get tripped by Hodor, who will be lucky if he doesn't get a yellow card. Nope, he's going to get a yellow card. So referee Maximilian Hanlon has been very card happy in his second half, and I guess he's had to be, because I guess that in that situation, was it a professional foul or was it just a cheap foul given away by Adam Hodor?
Yeah, I definitely think it was a professional foul there. Knew he had to bring him down, otherwise we were off to the races. As now you got Alexander and Brady Quinn over the ball. You can hear from the Dandy City saying, have a shot at Quinn. Will fancy himself that near post. It's going to be Quinn, probably overhitting that one. Alexander won't keep it in. In the game, Tonchi, Oakley Cannons and Altona Magic has been cancelled for some reason. You might get you to find that out. They were leading 3-0 at one stage, so game got cancelled. So we'll let you know what happened in that one there. As this one continues here as Kumukura, they go forward now. Good run here from King. 2 minutes to beat. Alexander now really pushing forward, trying to get that third and wrap up the game. Lovely ball, but cleared by Dib. Falls for Pakor. Pakor put the through ball through, but no one home on the end of it. Pakor again. King looks up. Just slipped at the last second there as Martinovic, probably not the greatest of clearance. There's another substitution on the cards for Dandy City. Bakord to bring it in. Goes short. Oh, good work from Kuaku. Kenny now. He's got to put the jets on. Razumich blocks his run. Happy to hold it up, wait for reinforcements in the middle. Kuaku, they can spread the field here. Kim. Good tackle there. Oh, from Ramsey. That was a clean tackle. It looks like an injury to an Altona Magic player, and they abandoned the game at half-time, so let's just hope it's nothing too serious on that one. Keep an eye out on the socials there as they stream forward now. Ball over the top, it's the King. Kenny at 2, and he makes it 2. 3-0. Dandy City have wrapped it up and sealed and delivered. I might have paid a king's ransom for him, but it's paid off with 2 beautiful goals, and King Kenny does it again, Tonchi.
The third consecutive game for Dandenong City this year that they've scored 3 goals, so they certainly are an entertainer's delight. And there's going to be another substitution, in fact possibly a double substitution for Dandenong City, but Kenny Athiu has proven the difference between the two sides today. And that's the worth of having a top quality target man up front. Every time Dandenong City players went into attack, they went looking for King Kenny, and on that occasion he did it all himself and scored his 2nd goal of the afternoon. And Alex, you'll keep an eye on those substitutions as well, the game is pretty much over as far as a contest is concerned here at Churchill Reserve. Dandenong City will walk away with all 3 points. They lead 3-0, and it's up to Dinamo now to try and salvage something from this game. So Kyan Bryant has come on, so has Seb Hernando. They are the 2 players for Dandenong City that have come off. Valley Sesnik has come off, as has Brady Quinn. So that's the... As Dinamo now tries to go forward. They've got a corner. Alan Guerrez quickly goes to retrieve it. He still feels there's something that's worth salvaging in this game. Ricobene comes close. Ricobene says, leave it for me. I'm going to take it instead. Guerrez hangs around maybe for the short one, but now he decides to go deep into the penalty box. All the tall timber are up there for Dinamo. And it's punched away by Hall. Hodor runs to the ball. Chased there by Seb Hernando, who just came on. And it's Dinamo. No, it's Dandy City. Looks like they are going to get the ball out. Or no, do they? It's now a chance for Dinamo on the edge, and here comes a shot, and there is the consolation goal. Carter Ramsey, the new man on the pitch. He held on to that ball, managed to find a gap and poked it through past John Hall, and the substitute has scored Dinamo's only their 2nd goal of the season. It's 3-1 here at Churchill Reserve. We've gone 82 and a half minutes. Is there time for a spectacular comeback a la the Melbourne Knights, Alex?
Well, good finish there from Ramsey. Still got time left. Could we see a flurry of goals here in the last 8 minutes or so? Anything can happen. We've seen that on Friday night, as Tonchi mentioned, as they swing it out wide. Monet just slipped over there. Well, if you felt like that, if Ramsey scored that about 20 minutes earlier, it might have been a different game, but anything can happen from here now. Dandy City will be disappointed they conceded the goal. Play on is the call. Monet, ball into the box, brought down by Ramsey. Cleared by Webster. Offside flag is raised. Ooh, could we have a finish here at Churchill Reserve?
Let's work hard. Team in, guys. Simba, come on. Last 10.
Geez, just feel another goal, Tonchi, and it might bring the house down. Well, there's about 10 minutes, I'm thinking, maybe even, well, that's including 3 minutes of stoppage time, and there could be even more. We've had a couple of injury breaks, we've had a couple of stoppages. But, yes, you're absolutely right, Alex. Another goal now, and that would absolutely reignite this as a contest. I have been proven wrong on a couple of occasions today, so maybe I might be proven wrong again when I said the contest was well and truly over. But Guerres now fighting for the ball on that far side. He manages to retain somewhat possession, but unable to control it. But he did manage to get a deflection off his opponent in the process and earn a throw-in right there in front of the VIP area of Churchill Reserve's club rooms. Ricabene goes back to Dib. They really need to get the ball up the other end as quickly as possible. It's 3-1 to the away side. Webster, the veteran, manages to get it away. And Dandenong City can really feel the pressure, the sustained pressure by Dinamo. There's going to be a free kick here. And it's Joey Monek was brought down. And is there going to be a card? The referee looks like he's going to look into his pocket, and it looks like it was Seb Hernando, who just came on only moments earlier. He's already copped a yellow card. And if we did a quick stock take, I think it's probably about 7 or 8 yellow cards, if not more, over the course of the afternoon. And the ball goes, and that's a wasted opportunity that goes straight into the safe mitts of John Hall, the Dandenong City keeper. And here comes Dandenong now into attack. There's a free man on this close side, Hernando, who just got a yellow card. He now looks for Athieu, and the ball has to be quite high to go over Kenny Athieu's head, and it did on that occasion. Guerres to Monek, the speedster. Kicked the wave there by number 16, Kyan Bryant. Guerres now fighting hard. He's got 2-3 Dandenong City players around him. And it's Dandenong City now coming away with the ball. Athieu gets rid of that, but it passes it to his direct opponent in Chris Dib. Ball finds itself with the feet of Jaško Keranovic, who knocks it now forward, looking for Josh Diven. He's pushed off the ball by Webster. It was 22 King who got the ball. Guerres now from a distance. He lets launch with an effort that really John Hall had no problem getting down and controlling.
Yeah, good from Guerres there. Needed a bit more pace as Dandy City now, they switch it over to the left-hand side. It's King Kenny, headed away by Razumich. Haldor, absolutely smashed there by Kim. They move it forward. Ricabena now. Sense of urgency here from Dinamo. Guerres now plays it down the line. Held up nicely there. They switch it out wide. Monet whips in across. It took a deflection. It'll be a corner here. Oh, could Dinamo come home with a wet sail now? Guerres over the ball. Big couple of minutes here. Churchill Reserve. Crowd are on their feet. Can Dinamo pinch another late goal here? Guerres goes short, edge of the box. Ricabene cleaned up now. Dandy City through. Just took a heavy touch. Good work there from Raz. It looks like Monet Probably not the greatest of set pieces there from St Albans. It is a throw-in now. 4 minutes to go, plus added time. Long throw. Kenny to target. Monet gets an up and under. Kenny shielded the ball well, brings it down. Cleared by Rika Bennett. Kuiku goes forward again. Dib. Karanovic clears it down the middle of the park. Alexander's there to clean up. He can go further wide. Good work by Atherinos. Dandy City now just looking to maintain possession. Kuiku get waved on. Out wide. Another chance here for Dandy City. Through ball in. Oh, Kenny almost got there, but good work by Dib. Kin comes away with it now. Sends it upfield. Too much there for Ramsey. And it'll be a throw. As we head into the final. Couple minutes here at Churchill Reserve. It's Dandy City. 4 minutes of added time. 4 minutes left, plus a couple of minutes we've got here. So Dan can somehow, in some way, St Albans get something back here. Hernando puts the brakes on. Oh, just clipped his foot there, but the Dinamo player goes down as Hordor switches it out wide to the left-hand side. It's a foot race for Bakor. Smart play there from Martinovic. But Tonchi, we've got a player down on the far side here, a Dinamo player.
Yeah, we're trying to just find out who it was. He came off second best in a bit of a contest there. The Medico runs on there. He's on his knees and he's rolling around, so he seems to be okay. But
Okay, it's minimum of, yeah?
this will eat into a little bit of time. It's 4 minutes of stoppage time left, and we've just entered stoppage time now. So there'll be a little bit more than 4 minutes, obviously. But yep, definitely I can safely say now that the game is over as a contest. If Dinamo can get something out of this, salvage something, maybe a second goal to give them a little bit of confidence going into next Sunday's big derby clash against the Melbourne Knights at Summer Street. The Knights traditionally playing their games on a Friday evening, but making sure that game is a late Sunday afternoon kickoff ensures that there is going to be a bumper crowd, no doubt, at Knights Stadium next Sunday. Dandenong City, meanwhile, they've got a tough game. They've got a real tough gig. They come up against Oakley Cannons on Friday night at Frank Holohan Reserve. And Oakley Cannons, well, before that unfortunate incident at Jack Edwards Reserve had jumped to top spot. So obviously that game has been abandoned, and we're hearing that it was due to an unfortunate injury to an Altona Magic player. Certainly wasn't that the lights had gone out or anything like that. There's no need for lights at this early stage. But yeah, our thoughts are with that Altona Magic player. Hopefully that is nothing serious. Just like with the St Albans player here, looks like he may need to be helped off the park. There's definitely going to be a substitution made. And it looks like the former North Geelong Warrior Jacob Sorberain is going to come on. And it is number 22, Max King. He's been in the wars all afternoon, hasn't he, Alex? He's really copped a few injuries and he's spent just as much time on the ground as he has on his feet, it seems.
Yeah, a bit unlucky for Max King there. I think it just might have clipped the back of the player's heel and it's on his knee. So let's just hope it's just precautionary there as we see Sovereign getting his chance as Dandy City now. I'll say it'll be a couple of more minutes added on to that extra time as eventually it's cleared. It's Kenny at 2. Play on, there's a call now. Atherinos now, he can break here. 1-on-1. Atherinos, good work there by Razumich. Just did enough as they go forward now. Hordor gives it away cheaply to Hernando. Alexander in the middle of the park. Oh, heavy touch there from Vanderhurst Bryant. Shot from Kuruku. Takes a deflection and kept in by Karanovic. Quick release here. Really, Dinamo got to go forward at every chance they get now. Almost given away there by Rico Bennett. Guerres. Got a bit of space on the right side here, but I'm noticing Guerres still going forward. Got to be careful not to give it away in a very tight spot. Still going Guerres out wide. Monet. Good tackle there from Martinovic. Guerres getting bumbled over there, giving the wave along. Quick play it on by Dandy City now. It's given away again, a through ball here. Bakor. Oh, just given away cheaply. Kuruku now switches it out wide to Athrenos. He's got a bit of space. Alexander running hard on the left of him. Athrenos, a couple of step overs. Kim puts it out wide to Alexander now. Little chip over the top. Kim is onside. Back to Athrenos. Bit too casual there from Athrenos. They lob it up now. Chance for a run. Given. Good tackle there from Hernando. Not happy with that call there. They quickly take it. Guerres now. Sense of urgency. The tackle came in. Play on is the call. Ramsey got crunch there, and that'll be a foul. Chance for at a set play, Tonchi.
Quite a little bit of pushing and shoving now in the closing stages of this game. Just shows you how much this game has really meant to both sides. A lot at stake. Dandenong City in the driver's seat. They're looking good, but Dinamo want to get a goal in the dying stages, the closing stages. We've already played 5 minutes of stoppage time, and it's Alan Guerres now. He lobs it in. This will be the last play of the day, I'd say. John Hall manages to take that, and the referee looks at his whistle. He's already looked at it a couple of times, and I reckon he will be blowing to signify the end to this, well, what has been a bruising and certainly an enthralling contest, as Ricabene now to Dib. Dib knocks it forward, and he was knocked afterwards, and he's going to get a free kick because the advantage was played on, but there was no advantage in the end, and a free kick to St Albans Dinamo about 10 metres inside their defensive half. Ricabene takes it, and looking forward for Scott Bakor. Alexander gets there. Bakor now with two Dandenong City players to contend with. Alexander maybe handled it, but he did try and retrieve that away. As here's the last opportunity for Dandenong City, for St Albans Dinamo. Silverain now tries to get it in. It's cleared away. Monet now in front of the clubroom side of the ground, and the ball goes out of play. Throw into Dandenong City, and it must be seconds away from full time here at Churchill Reserve, Alex.
Yeah, the final couple of seconds here now. The Dinamo crowd have sensed that their team unable to get over the line today. Dandy City, we're happy with the result. They go back home with 3 points in the bag. It's been a solid performance from them. As Kim now, is there one last chance here, one last effort here from Dandy City. Kim just playing it behind, and that'll be it. And it's the visitors, Dandy City, taking it out 3-1 in the big Croatian derby here at Churchill Reserve. St Albans Saints managed to get a consolation goal from Carter Ramsey, but in the end it was Kings Kenny's day with 2 goals, and Vali Sesnik with the 3rd. Well, it's a very entertaining game here at Churchill Reserve, Tonchi. They gave it their best, St Albans, but in the end just didn't have the firepower up front.
No, the Dandenong City players will dedicate that win to their assistant coach, Tom Govran, whose dad, Mio, passed during the week. And certainly it was a bit of an emotional victory for them as well. But in the end, it thrusts now Dandenong City to fourth spot, equal fourth spot on the competition standings, and gives them some ammunition and I guess some confidence going into next Friday night's big game against top of the table side Oakley Cannons, or top of the table's Alex side. It is going to be, as for the St Albans Saints, they will travel to Knight Stadium nearby next Friday in round 4 of the NPL Victoria competition. Alex.
Yes, thank you all for tuning in on the NPL Victoria Facebook page. On behalf of the team here, Tonchi Prusak and myself, Alex Sivkorowski, we hope you enjoy the telecast here. Plenty of football still left to come. Monday night, we've got South Melbourne versus Hume in what is going to be a top of the table clash there, so tune in to NPL Victoria YouTube page. We'll see you all around the grounds next week. Thanks for tuning in.